Mija, I got my Slay Glam box. I got my Slay Glam for the month of April. I know it's end of April. Yeah, it's PR. I got it, and here it is. I was like, what is this? And then I see the label and it says Slay Glam. And when I showed it to my husband, I was like, here's my Slay Glam. He was like, wait, where's the box? And I was like, I don't even know. It is the end of the month. I typically would just like skip it. At this point, most of you guys should have received your boxes. And if you didn't, y'all need to let me know in the comment section, because although this is PR, I am fully transparent to you guys. It's always great to get free product, but I'm not gonna sit here and steer you guys in that direction if I don't think it's necessary and if my viewers don't want it. So remember, I am no longer sharing my code with this Slay Glam box, but I will be revealing products. And the only reason why I'm actually revealing this one is because my friend Anne, just Anne, has a collab palette with them. And so I really wanna show Anne some love. It's unfortunate that this got here now because I could have been using and sharing and creating with this palette. I genuinely like the palettes, most of them, and I was truly rooting for them this time. This is the second time they launched. I was truly rooting for them, and I waited long enough. Like, I waited almost a year to even start unboxing them because I wanted to really see how it was going. Like, I wanted to see the improvement. And why do I have powder on my hand? Oh God. And now we're back to there being shipping issues and people complaining about their service, and this sucks. Nonetheless, Anne's palette is in here and I'm really excited to play around with it. No, I don't know why they shipped it in a bag because it typically comes in a box. And here are my products. I mean, it has good bubble wrap, so I'll give them credit for that. Item number 1 is going to be a 3D Glow Highlighter by Okalon. It seems like a pure white highlighter. And then once swatched and blended, that is what it's going to look like. Item number 2 is a trio of liners. I've never tried, I don't recall trying the Rasha B eyeliners, so this would be different. Let's see. Ultra Fine Gel Liner. This is what the packaging is going to look like. It's gonna say Rasha B, and then the bottom is all black, I hope. Oh, they are different colors. Well, that doesn't make sense. This is like a fuchsia, maybe, but then the bottom is black. I wish. The tip of one of them already broke. Hold on, I gotta sharpen it. Those are your 3 shades. You get a fuchsia, you get a red, and then you get like a super light baby pink. There's no card. It says ultra fine gel liner. It doesn't tell you if it's for the lips or for the eyes. I'm gonna have to go to Instagram, which I wish the packaging told you what it's for. Their Instagram just says 3-piece gel. Oh, it says eyeliner. So these are eyeliners. Okay, I like the idea. We're gonna see how that goes. And then I got a liquid lipstick by Lorella in the shade Plump. You guys, listen, I love supporting brands, but why is there a gap? Like, that's a big ass bubble. That's a gap, and it doesn't mean that it's gone bad. Oh. It looks really chunky on the inside. Okay. So the shade that's here on the inside, the center was a really deep maroon, almost black. I don't know that I want to put this on my lips. I don't think I should. I think I'm gonna skip on this just because why is it a different color? On the center, almost black. It smells good. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip on that, but that's the lippy. I don't even want to swatch that. And then we have a Diamond Dust by Mana Kadar. Oh, that's pretty. What, in the shade Pixie? I was gonna say, what shade is it? It's in the shade Pixie. I thought it was a swabby thing. It's a roller. Oh, that's cute. Okay. And that is your little duster, the little shimmer dust thing. Okay. Oh, I've got so many thoughts. You guys, I've got so many thoughts, but I'm gonna move forward because I'm excited for the palette. So it has a slip cover. A lot of us like to save our slip covers, and the name of the palette is Extraordinaries, which is awesome. And the back it has Anne's quote: "Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you." And then when you open it up, you know what? They did a really good job with the bubble wrap because my palette is in tip-top shade. How do we want to go? I don't know. I typically would go for this shade because it's just, literally, it's called Intense. And it's because it is such an intense shade. So I'll swatch it. Look how stinking pretty that is. But then they have Constellation, and that is really pretty too. It has a nice shift. So these are multi-chromes with more than one shift to it, which is pretty. But I also feel like I can do Risk Taker, and that one's super cute too. She chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're looking at 7 duochromes and or multichromes, and then the rest are mattes. And created this palette with them and named every single one of these shades. Here's where we're gonna go, because you guys know I would typically go for something like this or something like this. I'm thinking I'll probably go with Impatient, just to create something more so on the wearable side, because I would always go with a pop. Y'all know me and pops of color. So let's go slightly wearable today, and then we have to show this palette and some more love. So we will, for sure, feature this palette more. I'll create another 1 or 2 looks. Don't worry. My lids are primed. Let's play around with the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna start off with the shade Passionate. It is a matte, and it's kind of like a pink. Almost like it wants to be like a corally pink, but it's not. Did I ever show you guys like a close-up of the palette? I think she did a fantastic job with the color story. It's nice and fun, but you still have some wearable colors in here. So I'm grabbing Passionate, and I'm gonna go in to the crease with that shade. You guys know we always wing it here, so I don't really know what we're gonna come up with as per usual. It's gonna be a little more toned down, I think. Okay, that shade right there is Pigmente. I've dipped into the pan. I'm gonna say a good maybe 2, 3 times. But that's because I'm going light-handed and I wanna make sure that I don't overdo it, because it's the crease. This is the outer crease shade. I kinda want you to see it, but I don't. I'm gonna go in with an Ofra Pro 11. I'm dipping into the shade Impact. It looks like it wants to be brown, but it also looks like it wants to be like a maroon shade. It's really pretty, and it's picking up really nicely with, it's picking up nicely with the brush. It's applying very well with the brush. I'm gonna tap that exactly where I want it, starting on the center, and I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna take the same brush we used the pinky shade on. I'm just gonna lightly blend out that edge. It's such a pretty shade. For some reason, I thought it was more on the brown side. See, so all I want to do is kind of diffuse that color into that pink, but not too much, because I want you to see the outer part of the pink just a little bit. And if any of you are concerned about the duochrome kind of being way too shimmery out on the crease, if you notice, once you blend it out, it's no longer looking like an intense duochrome. It looks like a satin finish. Just blend out the crease, get the depth to where you want it, and then go back in and apply some more of the duochrome, and then you'll get both. So I'm gonna tap some more now that I have the depth that I want out there. Grabbing an Ofra Pro 16, I'm going to dip in, and this is kind of like, I think I wanna dip into Risk Taker, because I think she's so pretty. I'm gonna tap that in here and bring her over, and I want it to meet Impatient. And with my finger, I'm blending back and forth, kind of like this, because I wanna fuse the 2 shades together properly. And then I want to go in with a very slim brush. I think I want to deepen this out a little more. So I'm going to go into Brave, which is a really matte grape shade. And then I'm going to kind of like blend back and forth in the outer crease area, just a smidge. I want to deepen it, but I don't want to like make it look too crazy. Okay, that's pretty. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of pink, and I'm not gonna be super precise. I'm literally just adding and blending where that purple is. With no additional product, I'm gonna take whatever's left of that purple on this brush, and I'm gonna drag it under the eye. I must go in with my powder puff and kind of clean out the bottom a little bit. I'm gonna add a little more powder. I'm gonna go in with my Ofra Banana powder. I really need that brightening effect right now. I'm gonna apply mascara, so I'm gonna go in with my Ofra Volumizing HD mascara. The only reason why I have all these Ofra products out in the open is because they were right here. That's why I'm using them. It just makes sense. They're great products. So why get up and go look for other stuff when they're right here? I also popped on some Kiss lashes in the style Page Boy. I think it looks really cute. I was thinking, how would I incorporate this? Because it defeats the purpose when you have highlight. So I'm gonna use this on the eyes. I don't think the eyes need it. I think it looks really nice on its own, but let's see, right? So let's just, blend it on top just for a little, no, well, it doesn't look bad. I just liked it better. Okay, so that's a light. Now I have to even it out. A little dot. I'm gonna lightly blend real quick. You know what I'm gonna do? I think we're better off taking a fluffy brush, and I'll tap some of this in here. See, just to brighten the inner corner a little bit. There we go. And if anything, we could also kind of like apply a little bit on the bridge of our nose, but just very lightly, because this is like super finely milled. So it's gonna kind of go with the wind, if you will. Like it's just gonna move around a lot. Take a little bit, apply up here. I don't really do this, but I have it on the back of my hand because it wouldn't apply like this and the rollerball thing. I even take a little bit and kind of apply up here. Okay, so that's cute. Now we have to go in with the highlight. I'm only gonna apply a little bit because that swatch was And it works for my complexion. I'm tan, so this is the first time I use this like a highlight from Oaklawn like this. I usually get palette, so that's fun. Right? Ooh, we're glowy, me, huh? And it's subtle, so you can kind of build it. That's cute. And as for the lippy, I told you I am not using this. Although eyeliner matches this and the eyeliner seems safer, so I'll go in with the eyeliner on the lips. And I know you're like, what? It's fine. You can use an eyeliner on the lips. Just don't go and apply it on your eyeball right afterwards, because then at that point, that's kind of like a hygiene and bacteria transfer issue. It's creamy. Oh, and by the way, I tried to remove the swatches with my Bioderma, and I really had to like get in there because it wouldn't come off. They're not advertised on the packaging to be waterproof, but they very well may be. All right, you guys, and here is the completed look. Now let's get into my product roundup. And I want you guys to understand that everything I'm saying here is just my opinion. If you're excited for your box, in this case, the bag, then be excited for your bag. I have personal preference, I have personal taste, and at times we're not always going to agree. But if we agree, then you feel me, right? So let's start. The Oaklawn highlighter was pretty. She's in your face. She doesn't look super glittery. There's little bits of glitter here and there, but she's not super glittery. Would I use this on an ongoing basis? Yes, especially when I do the powder all over the face, no foundation, keeping her nice and simple. Like I would even skip eyeshadow and everything, probably apply a little bit of mascara and this highlight, and it would look glowy and hoey and cute. So this, I know Oaklawn is affordable. This is a yes for me. The little Diamond Dust by Monica Dar, it's nice. I like how poppy it is. Do they serve the same purpose? Well, this is meant for the eyeball and this is not. However, yes, you can use this to highlight and or apply on your eyeball as advertised, but you can go ahead and do the same thing with this one. So I feel like it defeats the purpose of having these two products in the very same box. I would have probably reserved one of them for an upcoming box. That way you get a highlight regardless in each box. That's my thought process. But they're both really pretty in their own way. This would have been really nice all over the lid on its own too. So that's something to think about, but it's great on like the inner corner. See, it's poppy, it's pretty. So that this is gonna be a yes. I use the eyeliners as lip liners. I can multitask product, it's okay. I think the idea was nice, but I don't feel like the palette needed an eyeliner or help. Like, yeah, you can pair this with the palette, but like say the red eyeliner. And this is me thinking as a makeup artist. Where would I use the red eyeliner? We have a red, so I wouldn't do red on red. We have an orange. I would use the red if I'm only going orange on the lid, but I'd be triggered to use other colors, not just the orange. So I don't see myself using this palette along with these liners. So these are gonna be kind of like a thumbs down for me, although it was really hard to take off from the back of my hand. So that's a good thing, right? It'll probably last on my lips a really long time and on the eyeball even more. It's a no because I personally have no interest in these, but the formula seems like it's gonna be like a really good waterproof formula. I've tried Lorella in the past. I've had several different shades. I feel like I might have gotten this in another box within the past year or two. This is gonna be a 100 times no, only because I don't know why the color was like separated. It was gunky and so much darker, almost like you take the color and you burn it. It was that dark on the inside and I was like, I don't know. And then when I pulled it up, it was kind of like, it was weird looking. I've never seen that in like a little tubey liquid lipstick, so I can't keep this and I was not gonna use it on my lips. I think Anne did a tremendous job. Again, the color story is beautiful. They blended, they work. To look at this eye look, I would definitely want to create a look maybe with the purple and the shade Intense. I think these three shades right here are gonna look stunning on the eyeball, so be ready because we will be featuring this palette once again. I know you may not look at this whole box and go, I want it. Screaming, I want this Lay Glam for the month of April. I totally get it. But if you want the palette, Anne is taking pre-orders over on her website. I'll go ahead and link it down below for you. She had palettes in stock and they sold out like this. I think she said in the first 48 hours or something like that. I don't recall exactly the time frame, but they sold out really, really fast. So now she's taking pre-orders and you're able to pre-order your palette off of her website to make sure that you have secured a palette and that you're gonna get a palette when they come back in stock really soon. So if you're interested, make sure you check the description box below. Overall, this box wasn't a hit, but it wasn't a full-on miss. The only really, really, really exciting item was the palette. And then the two little shimmer products were the ones that I was like, shocking. They're nice. But you already know. I want to hear your thoughts, so make sure you chime on in the comment section below. Give me your feedback. What do you think about Anne's palette? What do you think about the look I created with it? And if you're new here, I want to invite you to join a little family here on the YouTube by hitting that subscribe button below. I upload 6 days out of the week to make sure that you have fresh, ongoing content on an ongoing basis. So feel free to go check out my playlists and my most recent videos. I'm suggesting 2 videos here on screen I'm hoping you'll consider checking out. And if you do, I will see you guys over there. Bye guys.